$0. That's your passive income. Not your savings, not your paycheck. Your passive income, $0 a month that arrives whether you wake up or not. You are 24 years old. It's 11:47 p.m. You're lying on the same couch you've had since college because the bedroom feels too far away after a 10-hour shift. Your phone screen shows the checking account, $1,872. Rent is due in 9 days. The direct deposit from your $52,000 salary job hits Friday, and it's already spoken for. Car payment, groceries, student loans, the $89 streaming bundle you keep forgetting to cancel. You refresh the app anyway. Still zero passive. You tell yourself it's normal, everyone starts here. But the hum is real. Every hour you trade for money is an hour you can never get back. Money isn't a tool yet. It's the scoreboard, and you're losing by default. The first rule at zero. Your relationship with money is entirely emotional. You feel behind even when the math says you're average. You buy the $6.99 avocado because you deserve it after a bad week. Then you feel guilty and eat rice and beans for 4 days straight. The emotional whiplash is the real expense. You start small. Not because you're disciplined, because you're tired of the feeling. You open a brokerage account on a Tuesday night. You put in $300 you were going to spend on new sneakers. You buy a total market index fund. Expense ratio 0.03%. You set it and forget it. 3 months later, the statement shows $317. You made $17 while you slept. It's nothing, but it's the first time money moved in the right direction without you standing over it. That tiny number changes something in your chest. You add another $300 the next payday, then $400, then $500. You never touch it again. Level 1, $100 to $500 a month. You're 26 now. The index fund is at $11,400. The market gave you $900 in gains last year without you doing a single thing. You also started a weekend thing, nothing fancy, just reselling thrift finds on eBay and building a tiny digital product that sells for $27. It brings in $320 some months, $180 others. Your total passive is now averaging $420 a month. You still work the full-time job, but on the first of every month, you see 2 deposits that didn't come from your boss. The fund dividend and the product sale. You don't spend them, you reinvest. The shift is quiet. You stop checking your main checking balance 10 times a day. You start checking the passive number instead. Friends invite you out on Friday and you say no without the old guilt, not because you're broke, because your money is finally working on Friday nights too. The second rule, below $2,000 a month, passive income still feels like a hobby. You treat it like one. You tell people it's just side stuff. You don't let it change your life yet. That humility is what lets it grow. You're 28. Your portfolio hits $38,000. The digital product scaled to $1,100 a month. You buy your first rental, a $132,000 duplex 2 hours away. $21,000 down. Mortgage $714 a month. Both units rent for $925 each after you fix the leaky faucet yourself on a Saturday. After all costs, insurance, taxes, 10% maintenance reserve, you clear $487 a month in your bank account. It arrives on the 3rd and the 17th like clockwork. Your total passive income just crossed $1,900 a month. You still go to the office every day, but something is different on the drive home. You're no longer trading all your time for money. Part of your life is now running without you. Level 2, $2,000 to $5,000 a month. You're 31. The duplex has appreciated. Your index fund is at $94,000. The digital product is now $1,800 a month after you hired a virtual assistant for $400. You add a second small rental, a triplex. using equity from the first. Passive income is $4,200 a month. Here's what changes. You negotiate a 4-day work week at your job. They say yes because you've become quietly indispensable and you're not asking for more money, just time. You use that extra day to buy another property. You don't celebrate. You just compound. You start saying no to things that used to feel mandatory. The bachelor party in Vegas, that would cost $1,800. The family vacation where everyone splits costs equally even though you're now covering 60% without saying it. The quick coffee that turns into 3 hours of someone asking for advice on their side hustle while you're losing $180 in opportunity cost. The friction in relationships is real. Some friends get weird. Some family members start subtle hints about helping with their car payment. You stay quiet and you stay consistent. The third rule, between $5,000 and $10,000 a month, passive income stops feeling like extra and starts feeling like freedom. Not freedom to quit everything, freedom to choose what you give your time to. You're 34. Portfolio, $187,000. 3 rental properties netting $2,900 combined. Digital products and a small newsletter you started. $3,400. Index dividends and some private credit notes. $1,800. Total passive, $8,100 a month. You leave the job. Not with drama. You just don't go back. Your passive income now covers all your current expenses with $2,000 left over every month. You don't raise your lifestyle. You raise your reinvestment rate to 70%. You wake up on a random Wednesday and realize you haven't checked the time in 3 days. That feeling, the absence of urgency, is the thing people at $0 can't imagine. It's not happiness, it's optionality. Level 3. $10,000 to $15,000 a month. You're 37. You've added 2 more properties through 1,031 exchanges. You've systematized the digital side so it runs with 1 part-time person. Your brokerage account is throwing off $4,200 a month in qualified dividends. Passive income, $13,700 a month. Money now has a personality. It wants to go certain places. You turn down a sure-thing real estate deal because the cash-on-cash return is only 7% and you've seen better. You say no to a podcast sponsorship that would pay $9,000 because it would take 3 hours a month of your attention, and attention is now your most expensive resource. You start getting invited to rooms you used to only read about. Not flashy rooms, quiet rooms where people with 8-figure net worths talk about tax strategies and succession planning. You don't speak much, you listen. The fourth rule, above $15,000 a month, passive income stops being about the money and starts being about the distance. The distance between the life you live and the life most people you grew up with will ever know. You're 41. Passive income crosses $20,400 a month. Your properties are professionally managed. The digital assets run themselves. Your portfolio is north of $620,000 and growing at 8.4% average. You haven't worked in the traditional sense in 4 years, yet you work more strategically than ever. You take a 28-day trip to Europe and check your phone twice. Both times were to approve a $14,000 repair on a property, paid for entirely by the cash flow you built years ago. Friends from the old job ask how you did it. You tell them the truth and they hear luck. You stop explaining. The gap is no longer just financial. It's contextual. Most conversations about money at the old level feel like trying to describe color to someone who's never seen it. You give more now, not for applause, for the feeling of choice. You fund a scholarship at your old community college. You set up a donor-advised fund. The money moves because you decide it should, not because you have to move it to survive. The fifth rule, at $20,000 a month and beyond, passive income is no longer the goal. It's the assumption. The game becomes protecting it, positioning it, and deciding what story your capital tells after you're gone. You're 46 now. $20,000 a month is normal. Some months, it's $23,000. Some months, $18,000. The machine breathes. You breathe with it. Somewhere in this city tonight, a 24-year-old is lying on a couch scrolling his banking app at 11:47 p.m. His passive income is exactly zero. He's doing the same math you did. He's putting back the good olive oil. He's telling himself he's not behind. He doesn't know yet that the distance he's about to travel isn't measured in dollars. It's measured in decisions he makes when no one is watching, in the $300 he invests instead of spends, in the Saturday he drives 2 hours to look at a duplex instead of sleeping in the no he says, when it would be easier to say yes. The machine doesn't care if you're ready. It only cares if you show up consistently. Your passive income today is $20,400. It started at zero. It always does.